You too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I'm very happy for you to be here. And as you can see in my hand, today we are reviewing Afnan Turathi Blue. And I don't know if you can see from this camera angle, but I've put a dent about to right here in this already. And I've only had this for maybe 2 months. So I'm definitely wearing this fragrance and I am loving this fragrance. So basically, I kept seeing this like when I would shop for certain fragrances. I was on Fragflex and I kept seeing this one pop up. People kept praising it as a Bulgari Tiger dupe, as it being a really great dupe of that fragrance. And I think before this, I didn't really have a traditional blue fragrance. So I was like, hey man, I can get this for a good price. This has absolutely amazing reviews. So I went ahead and I bought it. Um, I don't really know how to describe how much I love this fragrance, but um, I would say, like, for many people, if someone's not really too into fragrance and they need a budget option that they can wear all the time, 24/7, 365, it would probably be Afnan Turathi Blue because I could never get tired of this fragrance. I consider it one of my babies for sure. Um, Anyways, let's get into the notes. All right, so in the top we have citruses. I find this very interesting and unique. It literally just says citruses with three different citrus icons in Fragrantica. So we can assume it probably has some orange and orange, sorry, excuse me, bergamot, some orange. I get a little bit of grapefruit, um, maybe lemon, lime. I don't really know, right? If you do some digging, you could probably find it. But basically, in the opening, you're gonna get a blast of summery citrus, and to me, it's very sparkling citrus. Like imagine a photorealistic glass, and it just has a bunch of like wonderful sparkling fruits in there. Like it's sparkling fruits and sparkling water. That's what it smells like in the opening. For the middle, we once again have the ominous notes of just woody notes, okay? So you're gonna get that classic blue fragrance feel. I kind of smell a little bit of cedar wood, but overall just like masculine, all around woodiness that helps it to be very versatile, okay? You also get some amber. Once again, adds a tiny bit of warmth and masculinity. It kind of grounds the fragrance. And in the base notes, we have musk and patchouli. That's a pretty typical thing just to add some earthiness, some I don't really know how you would describe musk. I don't know, just like some earthiness, animalness, if that's where the musk is from. I don't know, but just like earth vibes, right? Animal, and then patchouli, earth. So yeah, and you also have some spices in the base. I don't know what this fragrance is without describing this stuff in depth, but you get some spices. Um, I think that it just sort of makes this feel a little bit more exotic. It feels a little bit foreign, but like in a good way, in a way that still feels like home. Whew. Without further ado, man, let's spray this thing. Do we have our strip? Do we have our bottle? Are we locked into the moment? If so, let's get to spraying. Atomizer test. Very solid, 7 out of 10. When you first smell this thing, like your first impression is signature scent. You get this blast of citrus that's, like I said, like very photorealistic. It's very comforting. This smells like the big brother that I never had. Like if you had a big brother that was like, starting quarterback, prom king, just out there making millions, this probably would have been his scent in college, high school, all that. Um, it's very main character. It's very attractive. It's very like if I imagined what the ideal men's cologne smells like, it would be this. And not in some tacky basic way, just in like a, that's everything I want out of a fragrance, okay? So you basically just get this very good smelling citruses on top with woody and amberness in the middle, and then obviously with some wonderful spices and a little bit of patchouli and musk in the bottom. So that's sort of the thing you got going on. Imagine that, a mixture of exotic citruses, some lovely high quality woods just blended together, and that's what you get with Turathi Blue. Because of that, maturity and sophistication and just refinement, that versatility, right? That's why this is great for office wear. It's probably the number one place I would recommend it. The number two place would be anywhere outdoors. You know, if you're in the woods, you're gonna smell absolutely amazing. Probably even to bears. I don't know if you should wear this to go camping. The next would be in the gym. The fourth would be anytime. I personally have not worn this too much around women, but if I did, I imagine I would get a decent amount of compliments because, like I said, it smells like how Dior Sauvage and how what's it called, the YSL EDP. This smells how those fragrances wish they could smell. So this smells like those fragrances done to perfection. Okay. Regarding performance, I get pretty good performance on this projection. I would say, um, I would say it's like a six, probably like a 6 out of 10. I would say longevity. I would also say slightly above average, so probably 6 out of 10. So you're getting above average performance. But I would say like this does have some strong staying uh, power. Like since it's a Middle Eastern fragrance, I would say overall, it has like it kind of hits like a truck in like a good way. It leaves that lasting impact. I'm just saying like since it's a blue fragrance, you're not getting this beast mode fragrance, but you don't really want that all the time. You want something more refined that everyone will like because beast mode fragrances most of the time aren't versatile, but this is gonna do the job day in and day out. For $40, this is probably the best fragrance you can get. Um, so if I had to give it a overall in 2K terms, I'm gonna give this a 96 overall if we factor in scent and price and performance. If you enjoyed content like this and want to see more reviews, please consider subscribing, and it means the world to me. Thank you.